In the ancient city of Ayodhya, nestled on the banks of the Sarayu River, there once flourished a kingdom renowned for its prosperity, justice, and peace. This was the realm of King Dasharatha, a monarch revered not only for his wisdom and power, but also for his unwavering commitment to the welfare of his people. Yet, beneath Ayodhya's golden splendor, the king's heart was weighed down by sorrow, for despite his many virtues and 3 devoted queens, he had no heir to continue his lineage. Seeking divine intervention, Dasharatha performed a grand sacrificial ritual, and the gods, pleased by his devotion, blessed him with 4 sons. To Queen Kaushalya was born Rama, a boy of serene countenance and noble heart, radiating the qualities of compassion, courage, and righteousness. Queen Kaikeyi gave birth to Bharata, while Queen Sumitra bore the twins Lakshmana and Shatrughna. Among them all, Rama shone brightest, embodying an ideal that transcended royalty. He was the very incarnation of Dharma, the eternal law of righteousness. From a young age, Rama and his brothers were inseparable, their bonds woven with love and loyalty. Lakshmana, especially, was drawn to Rama, becoming his shadow, his confidant, and protector. As the princes grew, their education was entrusted to revered sages, who instructed them in the arts, scriptures, and martial skills. It was during this time that the sage Vishwamitra arrived at the royal court, seeking Rama's aid. Demons, led by the fierce Tattaka, were disrupting his sacred rituals. Rama and Lakshmana accompanied the sage into the forests, where Rama's valor blazed forth. He vanquished Tattaka and, soon after, the demons Maricha and Subahu. In gratitude, Vishwamitra bestowed upon Rama celestial weapons and led him to Mithila, where a new challenge awaited. In Mithila, King Janaka had announced a Swayamvara for his daughter Sita, famed for her beauty and virtue. The challenge to win her hand was daunting: to lift and string the colossal bow of Lord Shiva. Princes from distant lands failed, their pride humbled by the bow's weight. But Rama, calm and resolute, lifted the bow with effortless grace, snapping it in 2 as he strung it. Sita, her heart filled with joy, garlanded Rama, and their union was celebrated with grandeur. Together, Rama and Sita returned to Ayodhya, embodying an ideal partnership founded on mutual respect, love, and devotion. The years that followed were marked by peace and anticipation. For Dasharatha, seeing Rama's virtues, resolved to crown him as heir. The city rejoiced, but fate had other plans. Queen Kaikeyi, once loving, was manipulated by her maid Manthara into demanding 2 boons. Dasharatha had promised her long ago that her own son Bharata be made king and Rama be exiled to the forest for 14 years. The king, bound by his word, was shattered by grief but could not revoke his promise. Rama, ever devoted to Dharma, accepted his exile without protest. Sita, steadfast in her love, insisted on accompanying him, as did Lakshmana, unwilling to be parted from his brother. The people of Ayodhya mourned their departure, and Dasharatha, consumed by sorrow, soon passed away. In distant lands, Bharata, learning of the events, rushed home and refused the throne. He implored Rama to return, but Rama, honoring his father's word, declined. Instead, Bharata placed Rama's sandals on the throne, ruling as regent until his brother's return. In the forests, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana encountered sages, ascetics, and demons alike. They protected the innocent, upheld justice, and lived in simplicity and harmony with nature. Yet, their trials were far from over. One day, the demoness Shurpanakha, sister of the mighty Ravana, approached Rama with desire. Rejected, she attacked Sita, provoking Lakshmana to defend her by disfiguring Shurpanakha. Enraged, she called upon her brothers, Kara and Dushana, who, with an army of demons, assailed the exiled trio. Rama's arrows blazed like lightning, annihilating the demonic horde and setting in motion events that would change the course of history. Shurpanakha fled to Lanka, where her brother Ravanana, the 10-headed king, ruled with unmatched power and arrogance. Hearing of Sita's beauty, Ravana devised a plan to abduct her, enlisting the demon Maricha to transform into a golden deer and lure Rama away. Sita, captivated by the deer, urged Rama to capture it. Rama pursued and killed the creature, but as Maricha died, he cried out in Rama's voice, deceiving Sita and Lakshmana. Fearing for Rama's safety, Sita compelled Lakshmana to leave, and in his absence, Ravana, disguised as a mendicant, seized his chance. He abducted Sita, carrying her away to Lanka in his flying chariot, as she cried out for Rama and dropped her ornaments to mark her path. Imprisoned in the Ashoka Grove, Sita endured Ravana's advances with unwavering fidelity, her heart and mind steadfastly devoted to Rama. Meanwhile, Rama and Lakshmana, frantic with grief, searched the forests for Sita. Their journey led them to the monkey king Sugriva, who had been ousted from his kingdom by his brother Vali. Rama aided Sugriva, slaying Vali and restoring Sugriva's throne. In gratitude, Sugriva pledged the help of the Vanara army to find Sita. Among the Vanaras, one stood above all. Hanuman, the son of the wind god, possessed of boundless strength, intelligence, and devotion. Hanuman leaped across the ocean to Lanka, discovered Sita, and delivered Rama's message, bringing her hope and reassurance. On his return, Hanuman's exploits sowed panic in Lanka, and he returned with news of Sita's plight. With the Vanara army, Rama built a bridge of floating stones across the ocean to Lanka, a feat born of faith and determination. The ensuing war was fierce. Heroes on both sides fell, and the earth shook with the clash of arms. Ravana's brother, Kumbhakarna, and his son Indrajit were formidable foes, but through courage, sacrifice, and the healing powers of Hanuman, Rama's forces prevailed. The final battle between Rama and Ravana was cataclysmic. But with the Brahmastra, a weapon of divine power, Rama struck down Ravana, ending the tyranny that had weighed upon the world. After the war, Sita was united with Rama, but the reunion was tinged with sorrow. To silence doubts about her chastity, Sita underwent a trial by fire and emerged unscathed, her purity affirmed by the fire god Agni himself. With the exile's term complete, Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana returned to Ayodhya, where their homecoming was celebrated with lamps and rejoicing. The origin of Diwali, the festival of lights. Rama's rule ushered in an era of peace and justice, remembered as the golden age of Rama Rajya. Yet, even in this era, shadows lingered. Whispers about Sita's time in Lanka compelled Rama, torn between personal anguish and royal duty, to send her away. Alone in the forest, Sita found refuge with sage Valmiki and gave birth to twins, Lava and Kusha. Years later, the boys recited the story of their father, the Ramayana, in Rama's court. Moved, Rama recognized his sons, but Sita, weary of worldly trials, called upon Mother Earth, who received her into her embrace. The Ramayana is more than a tale of gods and heroes. It is a meditation on the struggle between good and evil, the demands of duty, and the power of faith, loyalty, and love. Its characters, Rama, Sita, Lakshmana, Hanuman, Bharata, and even Ravana, embody virtues and flaws that echo the complexities of the human heart. Through triumphs and sorrows, the epic teaches that righteousness, though often arduous, leads to harmony and ultimate liberation. And as the lamps of Diwali continue to shine through the ages, they remind us of the eternal victory of light over darkness and the enduring inspiration of the Ramayana.